Hello everybody, welcome to episode 10 of my Wixo, and today we will be covering some expansion and some new countries being formed out of this post-Great War map. Now, I really think that we need to cover some rebellions that are going to happen, because we had some weird unifications that I don't think would last much longer, honestly. So we're just gonna see a little bit of weirder types of countries that we haven't seen in this Wixo before. Right now, every country is just same goals, same story, same everything. But we're going to see the emergence of the Lime team again. And this time, the Lime team's going to really not care about rebellion. They're just gonna form a larger border than they had before. They don't care how they rebel, they just want independence. They're just trying to get richer. And then this is just going to divide Italy. They're gonna take the islands. And then what we see here is their African colonies splitting down the middle in a peace deal. Now that city's shared property, so that's going to really create some struggles. But this is going to be a sort of like trading empire. This guy in my comments named Antonio, that was his user, recommended this idea for me, so I'm just gonna take it and go along with it however I want to. Also, using him, if he comments again, to dictate what's going to happen to this country. He will be in charge of it if he starts commenting a lot, but other than that, this is a trading empire that he said. So, now for the expansion time. Now this is going to be just some massive expansion. India is going to be really expanded. The two Indian countries are really just trying to be peaceful. But the Europeans, they they're definitely influencing these countries a lot. Now, I really do like how I'm doing the Ottomans. I think it's a little too much like real life. So I am going to make it a little different. But I did get recommended from one of my friends that I make an Ottoman empire. So I'm going to incorporate it into the Wixo. Just not fully copy it. So what we see here is coastal land being discovered in India. And then once we get over here, there's little bits of here. But they're mainly just going to go around it a little bit. And then they're going to go over here and explore here. Due to the help of a team. Now this team is going to be entirely new. Far away from the old world. This is the new Asia. Nobody's ever seen this before, but this is a really unified country that has been using many different ways to sort of keep their people together, sort of like how modern day China is. They can keep their people together no matter how many different cultures they have. This Chinese country has been around for a bit. Not as long as the Europeans, but long enough to have different technology than a normal civilization would have. Sort of pointing them towards a different edge of it. So they have different technology, some better technology. Now I'm slowly just going to push over here. There's not really much we could do except for go over here towards this Uzbekistan and Kazakhstan area. So I know everybody likes Uzbekistan for some odd reason, but I'm not going to be incorporating Uzbekistan into my Wixo just to be a little bit different. But we are going to see not much happening with this new land, but we are going to see a lot more happen. Especially because people are wanting to explore. Now, this area is going to be easier to explore since they really do like the cold, and this is decent climate. But once you hit Mongolia, it's a little bit of deserts. The Gobi's right over there. Just a lot of deserts, and they're not desert people. They're not ready for the desert. They're not capable of desert exploration. But other than that, we're going to see a little bit of expansion into Western Africa. This video is mainly going to be about exploring. So there we go. We have 7 minutes just straight up about exploring. So now let's talk about some wars and alliances. So we have these. I did that wrong. What am I doing wrong?